The homeowners had a simple request in this house. They wanted to put a bathroom down in the basement. Take a look at this pipe. This is the sewage drain. So if you need a gravity flow from the toilet outside to the sewage, well, there's no room here at all possible. In some basements, the same pipe is down lower, but still, you have to build a throne. So it becomes a problem. And upstairs in the bathroom, you've ever had the plumber say, no, I can't put the toilet there because it's not lined up with the joist properly. And maybe even you want a toilet out near the swimming pool. Well, all those things are possible. In fact, there's no more limits as to where you put your toilet. And let me show you the system that makes it possible. Well, you all know what a toilet looks like, but if you know much about plumbing, this one may seem a little unusual. There's no hole in the bottom, which means it does not go out through the floor. It comes out the back there. We call it a rear discharge. And that changes the whole game. I want you to meet Mike, who's a professional plumber and has done a lot of Saniflow installations. Mike, let's explain what all the details are about this unit here.
Well, we have our rear discharge toilet. We have our macerator pump where all of the waste exits the bowl into the macerator. It's all designed by the same company to allow for ease of installation for behind the wall installation, which what we're going to do is we're going to be placing the macerator behind the wall for this installation.
It could be right up under the toilet, huh?
It could be right up underneath the toilet, connecting and sits right directly below the tank. The water flows into this tank, it gets ground up by the macerator pump, it exits into the discharge line, which goes into a 3/4 inch pipe.
So it's taking all the discharge from the toilet, grinding it all up, and then forcing it up through this.
Exactly. You can go 12 feet vertically and 110, 115 feet horizontally.
Okay, now folks, you've got to check this little detail. You see this little piece that we've plugged up on this side. You've got another one on that side too, Mike.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And that allows you the flexibility of being able to have a sink and a shower or even a bathtub tied into the same macerator, and all operates together.
And then the electrical side, you'll love this, folks. It's nothing more than a plug, which means you get a ground fault interrupter circuit someplace and plug it in. You don't need to be an electrician to get this thing working on the electrical side. Let's see how this fits back in the back side.
Okay.
Now you've left yourself enough room here. Yeah. You've left yourself enough room to fit that in easily. One thing I'd like to mention, if you're in a cold area and this wall is on an outside wall, you need to leave enough space for some insulation to make sure you don't get any frost problems there. Let's start putting it together.
Okay. Okay. What I'd like to do first is put the tank on the back of the bowl so we can get good position and we know exactly where to place the assembled unit. The bowl. But it's all the way out.
Okay. One wonderful thing about a flexible joint between the bowl and the macerator is that if you change the floor covering, like adding tiles, you can lift up half an inch or even a little bit more, and it makes no difference in the plumbing. Well, if you're really nervous about plumbing, the rest of that was pretty easy to do yourself, the carpentry, the plumbing, and everything else. But when it comes to tying into the house, you may want to get a professional like Mike involved. Mike, what is critical about the tie-in to the sewage line?
Really, there's three things that are important. First, making sure you use a Y instead of a T connector.
Because the T, the pressure would bounce right into the joint, and a Y flows along the line.
Exactly.
Okay.
The other thing is making sure that you do your tie-in as close as possible to the main sewer stack.
That's coming all the way from the pump unit.
Correct.
Over here. All right, that's easy, right across the room.
Exactly.
This, I would suspect, is going on to the vent system, right?
Exactly. That's the sewer exhaust or the venting, which will be tied into the main venting of the home.
That actually sounds pretty easy.
It is.
Well, that wasn't so difficult. Now we have a toilet flat down on this basement floor in a basement where the sewage line is several feet higher than that, all thanks to that tank that's hidden back there in the wall. Now we got a lot of decoration left to do, including finding a nice decorative seat for this toilet, but it functions.